So this handover video is for the Explorer 5 berth, in particular the Carado model. So we'll start with the driver's side of the vehicle. I'm going to take you down and show you all the compartments. So the first one we come to here is the electric hookup point. So this is where you'll plug your hookup cable into when you're at campsites to charge your vehicle or run your vehicle off the electric then. Cable will be stored in the boot of the vehicle. Second one then is your habitational door. So on your keys, you will find a little single key like that. That will open your hab door. It'll also open any other compartments on the van. Just inside the hab door then, you'll find the electric button for your step. Toilet cassette then is the next one. So push the buttons to open it, and there you have your toilet cassette. So blue lever up and then pull your cassette out. Okay, so blue button then to release any pressure within the tank. Twist, unscrew, and then you can empty the waste into the black water disposal at the campsites. Screw that back on and push back round. So to clean it out, pull this back and then twist that wee knob there. You can wash that out then and leave a little bit of water and toilet chemical in it. We do actually clean this out for us on return just for health and safety reasons. Close it back up, slide that back forward, lift it up and back into the compartment. So again, just make sure it clicks into place there. The next compartment then on the van is the gas locker. So 2 tanks of gas, we'll give you 2 full tanks. Must be off for travelling, okay? So whenever you get your campsite, turn them both on. Just means if one runs out then it'll piggyback off the other one. So it goes against the norm, clockwise to turn it off, anti-clockwise to switch them on, okay? There's little gauges on the top there, I'll tell you how much gas is left in them so you can keep an eye on it. On the slight off chance you ever do need to refill a tank, this is where you would put it in here, okay? So just any gas low station, hook it up and then you just pump the gas in until your tanks are full. And the last one on this side then is your garage door. Open. Right, so tons of space in this vehicle. Okay, electric hookup cable, there's a water hose in there as well. There's a little light and some storage compartments as well. Okay, so the back of the van then, rear view camera and your bike rack. At the moment there, it's strapped up, so it just pulls forward and then you have your little arms to connect your bikes. On your keys, you will see all the locks. So again, on the passenger side of the vehicle, you have another access point to the garage. And this one here then is your fresh water refill. Okay, it just comes off like a fuel cap. Just use the hose in the van then, hook it to the tap and then you can fill your tank once you see it's getting low again. And that is you. So just along the bottom here, you'll see a pipe and a little metal bar. This is where you will empty your dirty water from your sink and your shower. And there is a little wheel brace to do that, but we'll get inside, we'll find the wheel brace and we'll come back out and we'll sort that out. And the last compartment then is your fuel cap. So just you need to open the passenger's door to gain access to this. Nothing to unscrew, just straight in there. So she'll come full of diesel, you just return it back full of diesel again. Okay, so front cab then of the vehicle, nothing too complicated here. Your steering wheel, your indicators, your wipers, driver's door then, electric window switches, and then your switch here to control your wing mirrors. Your light switches here, it's usually set on automatic, so they should come on and off themselves. Little button here for the locking the doors. So at night time you're going to bed, don't use a key to lock the vehicle. If you use the key, you'll trigger the sensors. If you get up to use the bathroom in the middle of the night, the alarm will start screaming. So just use the button on the driver's door. Electronic handbrake in this vehicle, okay? So foot on the brake and pull it out. We'll apply the handbrake, foot on the brake and push the button in. We'll turn the handbrake off. If you have any doubt, just keep a wee eye on your handbrake light on the dash there, okay? And this one's a manual, so reverse gear on this one here, then you have to lift up. Big head unit there, all touch screen, so you can connect your phone and some USB points and 12-volt sockets there for charging. So window blinds then at the front of the vehicle, just pinch and pull across. Passengers one then comes across and they meet in the middle with a magnet, okay? And just click back into place during the day. And drivers and passengers windows, exactly the same, pinch and pull. So they are very flimsy, they're just paper, so just be nice and gentle with them and they hook in. Okay, so your control panel for this vehicle then is just above your fridge and below your TV. So on off button there. So as soon as you hit it then some lights will come on. So very easy to use this panel. Battery, fresh water and your dirty water. So if you just touch it then, you can see at the moment there your leisure battery is sitting at 12.3 volts. So once you see it coming down into the orange or the red, then you know you need to get into a campsite and get charged up. Freshwater tank there is currently pretty empty. So initially that would be fully blue. And then your dirty water is empty. So as this one would be coming down, this one then will fill up. So once you're refilling this one, you know then you'll need to empty this one. Heating system then is the Dromore. So again, push the button to waken it up. Whatever icon's flashing is the one that we're working on, okay? So at the moment there, the little van's flashing. The wee wheel at the bottom just turns them. So we'll start with the van. At the moment the heating's off. So you can turn it up to about 30 degrees there if you wish. And then whatever temperature you want, just push the button and that's it starting to kick in. So at the moment there you can see the lightning bolts. It's looking for the electric to try and start it, but it's not going to get it because we're not hooked up. So we'll go back and we'll turn that off. Hot water. So you have eco, hot and boost. So boost will give you hot water probably in about half an hour, 40 minutes. Hot will take probably over an hour to heat the tank. So again, whatever option you want, push the button and again it's starting to look for electric there, but it's not going to find it because we're not hooked up. Back in, switch it off. So the next one then is the source. That's how you're going to heat your van and heat your water. So again, we'll go into it. Start at the bottom here with gas. Mix 1 and mix 2, which is a mixture of gas and electric, and then electric 1 and electric 2 is full electric. So the 1 and 2 will be determined on the voltage at the campsites. So again, we will always just generally leave it on the gas for customers. So if you go back into one of these options, choose eco, and there you can see it's starting to look for gas. Okay. And the last one there is the vents around the van. Do you see little pockets around the van where your hot air will be blown out of? So go into vents, and then that's just the speed. You can turn it up and down. And back. Okay, so then just the front end of the van here, little dining area. Again, you have some storage cabinets just above the seating area, round to the kitchen. So in the kitchen area then, I'll show you the blind operation. So you can opt for full fly screen, or you can opt for full night blind, or you can clip together and have a mixture of both, okay? And then obviously just your little catches there for the windows, some light switches up here, and again, tons of storage around the vehicle. Gas cooker. Nothing overly complicated. Just push and turn the switch and then push the pilot light to get it going. So when you're finished cooking, please don't close the glass down until everything's cooled down, or else the glass might shatter. Your little sink, and again, your cooker underneath there, oven and grill, same principle. Push, turn, and then your pilot light to get it going. Around this side then we've got your fridge freezer, okay? So we will have this all set up for you before you go. We'll generally leave it on automatic, which will mean it'll find its own source, whether that be the gas, the electric, or the vehicle battery while driving. So really good fridge, decent size, and a decent size freezer there as well. And then just above that you have your TV, okay? And remote control will generally be kept just up in there. Yeah, so the back end of the vehicle then, again, you've got your blinds there, fly screens and night blinds, and you have some little spotlights up here, tons of storage again, and skylights throughout the vehicle. Okay, so if you want to open the skylights, just push the button and drop the handle down, and then just follow the track. And again, push it back up in and make sure it's fully secured. And again, fly screens, and then you have your night blinds. Okay. So the bed in this vehicle, you can opt for 2 really big single beds, or you can pull it all together and make one massive double, okay? Very, very easy to do. There's a little plate here, just pulls out. And there's a pad here. There will be some additional pads in the cupboards then. Another pad slots in there, and that makes a massive double, and you would sleep across. There is a small ladder here then. That'll clip in here just to help you get up into this bed. So again, there's loads of storage underneath in the cupboards. This large ladder here is for the extra bed. We'll show you that in a wee second. So just to the left hand side here we have the shower. Okay, so again you need to lift the plate out of the floor initially, and then just unclip your shower doors and they will pull round. Give you a decent size shower there, and then that just slots back in. And on this side here, you can separate the whole thing off from the rest of the vehicle. You have your toilet. Okay, so the toilet then, It will swivel if you need that extra bit of knee space. So open, open, do whatever needs done, lid down, flush and close. Okay, it's good practice just to close it after you use it. Just stops any smells coming back through. You also need to have the toilet closed before you take the tank out from outside. If you don't, the top of the tank will break. So just open it, do what needs done, flush it and close it. And then you have your sink and some storage compartments in here too. Okay, so this additional ladder belongs to the bed just above the dining area. Very simple to use this one. Grab the switch, pull it across, grab the handle and pull it down. Just make sure there's nothing blocking the underside of the units there. And that is you. And then that just hooks on to your handle so you can access your bed at night time. And then it just pushes back up, clicks into place. So when we were outside, I showed you the little bar and the pipe and talked about the little wheelbase you need, generally kept in the cutlery drawer here, okay? So if you follow me, I'll show you how you use this. So just beside the pipe, there is a little metal bar and that clips on there, okay? So this is where we talked about when your freshwater tank is dropping down, the dirty water from your sink and your shower is going into the dirty tank. So you will need to empty this whenever you are filling up the fresh. So it is just a case of dropping it down. The water will flow out of here. Once it's emptied, just lock it back up again. So we talked about this van being 5 berth, 5 built. Okay, so we have two, and then we have a travel seat here, okay? So this is very, very easily installed. You will find this seat in the rear garage of the vehicle. Just pull the pads off and then there are 2 slots that the seat drops into. And just inside here, there are little screws in to tighten it up. So it is a case of just dropping it in and then lifting it back out. And it comes with its own seat belt there as well. So 5 berth, 5 belt. This is the 5th berth here, okay? So your table will drop down onto the lower rail and the leg of the table will bend in the middle, okay? That becomes your supporting area. Your seat then lifts and pulls together here to meet the table, and then the pads of the seat are flipped over, and then there's additional pads. You'll find those in the cupboards underneath the bed, and they will just slot in there so you have one person sleeping that way. So again, very, very easily put together and very, very easily disassembled again. Just a case of lift up slightly and slide that back into place. Make sure it's nice and level, and then it drops back down flush with the floor. And then your pads just go back on for your normal seating area if you're not using your travel seat. Those can go back in your storage cupboards underneath the big bed at the back.